39 today. Sound as a bell, apart from the old weakness. And intellectually, I have every reason to suspect at the crest of the wave, or thereabouts. Celebrated the awful occasion, as in recent years, at the wine house. Not a soul. Sat there before the fire with eyes closed, separating the grain from the husks, and jotted down a few notes on the back of an envelope. Good to be here in my den, in my old rags again. I've just eaten, I regret to say, 3 bananas, and only with difficulty refrained from a 4th. Cut them out! The new light above my desk is a great improvement, with all this darkness round me. I feel less alone. In a way. I love to get up, move about in it, and then come back here to me. I come back here to me. Krapp. The grain. Now, what, I wonder, do I mean by that? I suppose I mean those things worth having when all this dust, when all my dust has settled. I closed my eyes and tried to imagine. Extraordinary silence this evening. I strain my ears, I do not hear a sound. Old Miss McLone always sings at this hour. Not tonight. Songs of her girlhood, she says. Hard to imagine her as a girl. Wonderful woman, though. Shall I sing when I'm her age, if ever I am? No! Did I ever sing as a boy? No. Did I ever sing? Just been watching an old cassette, passages at random. I didn't look in the book. It must be 10, 12 years ago. At that time, I think I was living on and off with Bianca on Cater Street. Well, out of that, Jesus, yes. Hopeless business. Not much about her, apart from a tribute to her eyes, very warm. I suddenly saw them again. Incomparable. Ah, well. These old postmortems are gruesome, but I find them a help when embarking on a new retrospect. Hard to believe I was ever that young whelp. The voice, Jesus, and the aspirations, and the resolutions, to drink less in particular. Statistics. 1,700 hours out of the preceding 8,000 consumed on licensed premises alone. 20%, say 40% of his waking life. Plans for a less engrossing sexual life. Last illness of his father. Flagging pursuit of happiness, unattainable laxation, sneers at what he calls his youth, and thanks to God, it's over. False ring there. Shadows of the opus magnum. Closing with a yelp to Providence. What remains of all that misery? A girl in a shabby green coat on a railway station platform. Shit. When I look back on the year that is gone with what I hope is perhaps a glint of the old eye to come, there is, of course, the house on the canal where Mother lay a-dying in late autumn after her long viduity. and the bench on the pier from where I could see her window. There I sat in the biting wind, wishing she were gone. Hardly a soul, just the regulars, nursemaids, infants, old men, dogs. I got to know them quite well. By appearance, of course, I mean. One dark, young beauty I recollect particularly, all white and starch, incomparable bosom, with a big black hooded baby buggy. Most funereal thing. Whenever I looked in her direction, she had her eyes on me. And yet, when I was bold enough to speak to her, not having been introduced, she threatened to call a policeman, as if I had designs on her virtue. The face she had, the eyes, like chrysolite. Ah, well. I was there when the blind went down, one of those dirty brown roller affairs. I was throwing a ball for a little white dog, as chance would have it, and I happened to look up. There it was. All over, done with, at last. I sat on for a few moments, with the ball in my hand, and the dog yelping and pawing at me. Moments. Her moments. My moments. The dog's moments. In the end, I held it out to him, and he took it in his mouth gently, gently. A small, old, black, hard, solid rubber ball. I shall feel it in my hand until my dying day. I might have kept it. But I gave it to the dog. Spiritually, a year of profound gloom and indigence, until night in March, at the end of the jetty in the howling wind, never to be forgotten, when suddenly I saw the whole thing, the vision at last. Now, this, I fancy, was what I chiefly have to record this evening against a day when my work is done. Possibly no room left in my memory, warm or cold, for the miracle that... for the fire that set it alight. What I suddenly saw then was this, that the vision I had been going on all my life, namely that, oh yes, yes, the great granite rocks, the foam flying up into the light of the lighthouse, and the wind gauge spinning like a propeller. Was clear to me then that the dark I had always struggled to keep under is in reality my most vital. Unshatterable association until my dissolution of storm and night and the light of understanding and the fire of we rode out into the upper lake, bathed off the beach, then pushed out into the stream and drifted. She lay on the floorboards, her hands under her head, her eyes closed. Sun blazing down, bit of breeze, water nice and lively. I noticed a scratch on her thigh, asked her how she came by it. Picking strawberries, she said. I said again, I thought it was hopeless, no good going on. She agreed, without opening her eyes. I asked her, look at me. After a few moments, she did, but the eyes just slits because of the glare. I leaned in to get them into shadow, and suddenly they opened. Let me in. Drifted in among the reeds and stuck. The way they went down before the stem. I lay down across her, my head in her breasts, my hand on her. there without moving. But under us, all moved us gently up and down and from side to side. Past midnight. Never knew such silence. The earth must be uninhabited. Here I end this tape. Cassette 3, box 5. No. He may have been right. There might have been a chance for happiness. But I wouldn't want that back now. Not now with the fire in me. No, I wouldn't want it back.